GhanaMotion.com.
Hello guys, I know some of you are wondering why I'm in my third month and I've not done any spraying and my ginger looks very great. The only secret is that I'm farming under trees. It's a rubber plantation which has been abandoned. So what I'm doing currently now is to address the down. I didn't do any mulching, so there is a lot of shade here which is preventing the growth of the weeds. So that is one factor that is contributing to the neatness of the farm. As you can see, if you can send the camera down, I planted this in June, so it is in the third month, but it is still looking very neat compared to someone who has done spray like twice. At the far end, which belongs to one of my bosses, that one was planted a month before this. When you are planting at a place where there is a lot of trees, don't bother cutting down the trees. Just weed under, dress the place very neat, and do your planting. And make sure that after you open the crowns to make way for enough sunshine, else you are going to harvest grass. Make out to kind of remove some of them, because some of them are really huge. We got a chemical and we cut the back and we applied some of the, how do you call it, a girdling or what? Yeah, to apply. So the leaves are going to fall, allowing sunshine inside the ginger. Is to answer one of the questions you asked, whether if I didn't spray, what did I do? I didn't apply any chemical, no fertilizer, nothing. The crops are in their third, this one is in the third month. There we'll go to a place, that one is around, we planted that one 27th July. So technically it's around 1 month now. That place, the far end is, I think, in the 4th month. Then we have some at the other side, which is also almost 6 months. So by next month, you should be expecting new ginger on the market, which should cost more than the old one because there's more juice in that one. Yeah. This video is sponsored by Otilion Furnitures. If you are back from a very tedious day like this, you need a furniture like this, a lazy chair, foldable chair. It is made from a thick tree. Your great-grandchildren can come and use it. And order for a family package. Maybe you're having a meeting out, a picnic or something. Some of the challenges you might face planting under trees is that some of your seedlings might take very long time to come out. We are already in the 3rd month and you can see this whole place has no ginger, but there was ginger planted there. It's either it's lying dormant or it has gotten rotten. If you can see this place too, it looks, come here. The whole of this field is empty. But I bet you there are ginger there. They will come out. One thing I know about ginger is that they take their time to come out. This one, 3rd month, it is now sprouting out. If we should dig, you realize that there are ginger still down there. Another remedy that you can do is when you notice this and you are scared, you can plant more ginger inside. If you notice that it's getting too long to come out, it's either it has rotten down there, maybe the seeds were too small and they have rotten, so you either plant there or probably there's something wrong with that portion of the land. 3rd month and I don't have even checked the ground, no grass, nothing. The secret is the canopy. As you can see, the sun is already up, but this place looks cool. So what we are going to do to control the grasses, we are going to use a pre-emergence herbicide. Preferably, we have the around 80. Okay. This is the around 80. Yeah, around 80p water permeable. Then. So we are going to use this 1 kg of this into the 16 liters. We are using the container and it has some measurement scale on it. So 200. Baby, turn it for me. I say no be by force. Today I don't suffer. But tomorrow I know say I go make a paper. If you don't love me now, don't love me later. I know them they wonder. Only why is my boss. So this time around, we are going to apply a fertilizer. We are applying MPK 20-10-10-10. I wish I had the 10-20-20, but I didn't get that one. So we are currently going to apply the MPK, nitrogen, potassium, phosphate, to help boost the growth of the crop. It's in the 3rd month and it looks neat. There are no weeds. There are fewer weeds inside. So I'm going to apply the MPK, after which we'll control our last weed. So let's get to it. But me, I no go fear nobody. Because you listen me, it's bigger than you. So you know go fi stop my collab. This girl too baba na. Only one is my boss. We are still on the farm and it's drizzling. I'm scared. Probably the spring will go bad. We are currently on the other side of the farm where we did plant earlier on. As you can see, this portion was where we did, I think, somewhere in May, and it has formed its canopy already. The difference here is very obvious. You can see it has a greener, like it has broader canopy compared to the other side. Now, controlling weed for this side, we have done weed control. Like this is the 2nd time we have done the weed control, but still we have to do a 3rd one. If you go to the far end, my problem there is I'm trying to cut the grasses. Some of the grasses, the weedicide we use on them, they don't work, so we have to get laborers to come again. But as we also visiting, we remove some. Now the removing is the problem. If you go inside this forest, the problem there is the spreading of the stem. It is not as good as compared to this one. You can see that this one has, you can check one, it has about 10 to 15 stems, but when you get there you can see only 5 stems, 2 stems, but the rhizomes are bigger compared to this one. I'm tempted to remove one and go and compare to the other side. This is the mother plant, and you can see it kind of sprouting. You can see 1, 2, 3. All this will shoot up and give you ginger. We planted this and we are getting this. Don't worry, when we plant it, it's still germinate. Baby, turn it for me. I say no be by currently on the farm doing the cutting, but one funny thing, the operator came drunk. Wow, bro, say we. What did they share? Operator. The operator, he come work, he make fine. But that be how all of them did. And that's how I go say. I'm a bro. Basket man ready. Charlie, the whole day we come here, then just wasted our time. We couldn't cut anything. Only one tree. The whole day. Either the machine go, which kind of machine for? The man himself no correct. He drink before coming to work. The machine self he boost. The machine really work. Bought fuel, spare parts. Charlie, 200 Ghana cedis going like that. I have to cut my losses.
Thank you, God.
So there is another thing here I need to show you. This was planted by, you remember Mohammed, the guy that was planting a lot of ginger in a hole. If you compare his two, these are his planting spacing. You can see that it's very narrow. These are two separate crops. This is the third one. And you can see that it's narrow and they are all getting together. So we loaded this side of the land. This was Mohammed's side. The only problem we had was he was complaining about health issues, so he couldn't continue. You can see one here, one here, one here. So the spacing is very narrow compared to these guys. You can see the spacing. This is one crop. Look at the rooting. 1, 2, 3. Look at the red formation. The ginger is spreading. Look at the whole space here. This is another crop. You can see that there's gap here. There's a lot of gap here. So they are just praying that they all come together. But comparing to Mohammed's own, the gap is very narrow. And this is older than this one. This is like a month younger than this. So by the time they get to this one, they should have even taken over the place. You can decide which one you prefer. This one was also done by another group, another set of group. They did the planting. You can see the spacing is also a bit wide, but trust me, in this ones they will link up. If I should, you can see one sprouting here. This one sprouts, another one will come from here. They will link up. Another grass you should watch out for is this straw grass. They are really stubborn, so when you are removing them, be careful. Like you might uproot your ginger, as you can see. So whenever you remove them, make sure you turn them upside down. The roots shouldn't touch the ground, or put it on a high land where they will not have access to soil, else they will sprout back. You see this place? The aroma here is for feeling. You get the sense, you get some form of satisfaction that Charlie, why you do. Comparing this side, this is where the shades are. Comparing that side to the previous place, you can see that even the leaves are a bit narrower. They are very narrow compared to the other side, which has broader leaves. So let's count the roots. I don't know if you can see. You can see that the rooting is not encouraging. They are not spreading. They have tiny stems. But one thing I know about ginger is You don't get excited when you see foliage. The most important thing is the rhizome. This was the OGs where we did plant first. So let's uproot one and see. Oh, a lot of them are looking down. You can see, even though it has lesser and thinner, tinier stems, it is forming rhizomes. So let's put it in this hole. There's a rat hole here. We just cover them. They'll spot back. Everywhere. You can see. Now, because of the rooting, when we were planting this place, if you remember, there was a lot of stems here, so our crops couldn't go down more, and it is obviously showing that the rhizomes are kind of shooting upward and they are exposed. We have to cover them. You can see this crop, it only has 2 stems. This one has, so we need that uniform stem formation. We'll come back tomorrow and come and cut more trees. Ginger. Flower. This is how the ginger flowers. This is the early stage. It will grow and become red. Then the crops start dying, which shows that your ginger is ready. For those of you wondering whether you can still plant your ginger because it's raining, I think it will be a bad idea if you don't have rain, because I think we are in September. October is a dry season. November, December in some parts is a rainy season, but we know Harmattan will come. So your crops will not have enough rain. January is a dry season, and okay, it depends on where you are. But if you have irrigation, I think you can still do it. You can plant and harvest somewhere, but you wouldn't meet the, how do you call it, the peak season, because when you plant now, if you plant this month, September, you are planting in March, April, by then the ginger is still less expensive. So I think it's a bad idea now. You should wait and probably starting in January. That's if you have irrigation. But if you don't have irrigation, you have to join the queue. You join the March planters. So that is it. Thank you very much for watching. If this is your first time, my name is Kekeli Michael. I'm very passionate about farming in general and anything that brings money. Support a brother, grow this channel, share the link, and continue on mashing the like button. Thank you very much. Salute.